In a quiet forest that sparkles with dappled sunlight and soft rustling leaves, a gentle calm welcomes every creature who calls it home. Today, we embark on a tale of heart and courage that blossoms among the familiar trees and bubbling brooks of a magical woodland. The forest is no ordinary place. It is a vibrant world alive with music, colors, and the whispers of nature that invite every listener to relax and enjoy its timeless charm. Here, beneath the graceful arch of ancient oaks and the shimmering reflections on the stream, we discover a land where even the tiniest creature can have a grand adventure. Among the many residents is Pip the mouse, a small animal whose tender heart holds endless determination. Pip lives humbly beneath a bed of soft moss and delicate ferns, his world filled with wonder and curiosity. Today, his adventure promises to explore the essence of bravery and the spirit of kindness. As our eyes wander through a forest landscaped by the gentle sway of branches and the playful dance of sunbeams, our hearts are invited to discover the true meaning of courage. This story, woven from the everyday magic of friendship and empathy, reminds us that bravery is not the absence of fear, but the strength to stand by those we love. With every step in this forest, the leaves seem to whisper encouragement, and every shadow hints at a hidden tale waiting to be told, one of facing fears and lending a helping hand. In this enchanting setting, our gentle journey begins, inviting every listener to see that even the smallest among us can light the dark corners with courage and hope. Deep within the forest, where the crisp air carries the sweet scent of pine and the gentle murmur of a nearby brook fills the silence, the world seems to be alive in every rustle and chirp. The landscape unfolds in delicate layers of vibrant green, dotted with clusters of wildflowers and soft patches of moss that cushion the paws of its inhabitants. Amidst this lively setting lives Pip the mouse, a delightful creature of modest size whose big eyes shine with wonder and a heart that beats with compassion. Alongside him is Bella the bunny, a friend whose gentle hops and joyful spirit bring smiles to every corner of the woodland. Together, the two share a bond that is as resilient as the ancient trees and as tender as the soft petals of a flower. The forest itself breathes life into each moment, with beams of daylight weaving through the leaves and creating playful patterns on the forest floor. As the animals move gracefully along the winding paths, the air is filled with the comforting sounds of nature, chirping birds, murmuring leaves, and the distant splash of water from a hidden stream. Each detail of the forest is lovingly described by the narrator, inviting the audience to picture a world where every rustling branch and every open clearing tells a story of friendship and wonder. It is in this warm, inviting backdrop that Pip and Bella's companionship is celebrated, and where every sunlit afternoon hints at adventures that test both the heart and the spirit. One quiet afternoon, as golden light filtered through the treetops and the breeze carried whispers of the forest's secrets, an unexpected shadow crossed the serene landscape. The magical balance of the forest was gently disrupted by a sudden challenge that would test the mettle of its gentle inhabitants. Bella the bunny, known for her playful hops and gentle smile, found herself in a moment of distress that sent ripples of worry through the woodland creatures. While exploring a sun-dappled clearing near a winding stream, Bella became caught in a tricky situation when a tangle of thorny brambles blocked her way back home. The normally cheerful bunny, whose spirit lit up the forest with every step, was now shadowed by fear and uncertainty, her soft eyes searching for a sign of help in the deepening shadows. The narrator paints this moment with tender care, explaining that even in a land of beauty and warmth, challenges do arise. The forest, usually a sanctuary of safety, revealed that nature sometimes presents obstacles that seem larger than life to those unprepared. Every rustle of the underbrush and every shift in the wind reminded the creatures that sometimes trials appear unexpectedly. The scene is set with a mix of gentle urgency and empathy, allowing every listener to recognize that even in moments of worry, the seeds of courage are planted. In this tender instance, the forest itself seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the small yet brave heart of Pip the mouse to take action and restore the peace once more. As the tension of the unfolding moment settled over the forest, Pip the mouse found his delicate heart pounding with both fear and resolve. Watching Bella's distress stirred an inner battle within him, a struggle between his natural timidness and a rising sense of duty that eclipsed his doubts. In a quiet corner of the forest, beneath the shelter of a broad, leafy tree, Pip's thoughts swirled like the gentle eddies in a placid stream. The narrator describes his inner reflections with heartfelt clarity, capturing the moments when Pip wondered if he was truly brave enough to help his dear friend. The fear of the thorny brambles and the danger of unfamiliar parts of the forest whispered worries in his small ears, yet the thought of leaving Bella alone and frightened ignited a spark of determination. Memories of past instances where little acts of courage had brought smiles to those he cared for danced in his mind, slowly outweighing his hesitations. With every hesitant step, Pip's internal monologue grew stronger, urging him to look beyond his own fears and focus on the love and concern he felt for Bella. In that moment of quiet contemplation under the rustling leaves, his heart swelled with resolve, and he realized that true bravery meant stepping forward despite the fear. The narrative guides us through each tender heartbeat, revealing that Pip's decision to act was born not out of a desire for recognition, but from the pure, instinctive need to care for a friend in distress. His small body, filled with newfound courage, set the stage for an act that would soon transform the atmosphere of the forest. With a determined spirit that belied his diminutive size, Pip the Mouse gathered his courage and embarked on a journey through the challenging parts of the forest to help Bella. The narrator describes this brave expedition in vivid detail. Every cautious step taken on uneven ground, every rustle in the dense underbrush that tested his resolve, and every shimmering ray of sunlight that guided his way. As Pip navigated through the thicket of thorny brambles and over the gentle, yet sometimes intimidating, streams, his heart pounded with both fear and hope. The forest around him transformed into a grand stage where nature itself seemed to cheer him on, its sounds mixing encouragement with the soft hints of the coming twilight. The obstacles were many. A sudden, swirling current in a shallow creek threatened to sweep him off balance, and shadows played tricks along the winding path. Yet, with each challenge, Pip pushed forward, driven by a deep sense of loyalty and the memory of Bella's gentle smile. In a moment of pure determination, he finally arrived at the place where Bella was stranded, her eyes filled with worry yet sparkling faintly with relief upon seeing her friend. The narrator details how, in this pivotal encounter, the forest's tension dissolved into warmth and unity. Pip's small, brave heart had transcended fear, reminding every listener that true heroism shines brightest in moments when helping others takes precedence over self-doubt. His courageous act not only rescued Bella but also reawakened the enduring spirit of hope and friendship that lay at the very heart of their forest home. In the gentle aftermath of a challenging adventure, the forest slowly reclaimed its peaceful symphony of rustling leaves and soft murmurs. Bella, now safe and comforted, expressed a quiet gratitude that filled the air with a renewed sense of harmony, and the bond between her and Pip grew ever stronger. The narrator reflects on the journey with a warming tone, highlighting that it is in moments of fear that the tiniest sparks of bravery can illuminate the darkest paths. The soft glow of the setting sun caressed the forest, as every creature took a moment to appreciate the strength found in caring for one another. Bella's rescue became a gentle reminder that courage is not defined by size or power, but by the willingness to stand up and help a friend in need. The forest, resplendent in its beauty, whispered a timeless lesson to every listening heart. Even in the midst of challenges, acts of kindness and bravery weave together a tapestry of hope that makes every place a little safer, and every heart a little lighter. In this tale, the narrator leaves us with the understanding that every gentle, brave act has the power to transform the world, inviting each listener to find the courage within themselves to make a difference.